You have two choices: evolve or repeat. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. Everything that is done in this world is done by hope. True, life is complex, but so are a great many accidents. It is only after the deepest darkness that the greatest joy can come. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. You cannot open a book without learning something. Once you bid farewell to discipline, you say goodbye to success. Amid the turmoil and tumult of battle, there may be seeming disorder, and yet no real disorder at all. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. Let everything be allowed to do what it naturally does, so that its nature will be satisfied. If a general shows confidence in his men, but always insists on his orders being obeyed, the gain will be mutual. Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. If your actions don't live up to your words, you have nothing to say. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. A rose does not answer its enemies with words, but with beauty. The way to screw up somebody's life is to give them what they want. Everything is hard before it is easy. Man is no longer an artist. He has become a work of art. In order to change the world, you have to get your head together first. Be mindful, be grateful, be positive, be true, be kind. The most common form of despair is not being who you are. Do not presume that richness or poorness will bring you happiness. When deeds and words are in accord, the whole world is transformed. When we're connected to others, we become better people. Hard work is only a prison sentence when you lack motivation. Unless you enter the tiger's lair, you cannot get hold of the tiger's cubs. Your direction is more important than your speed. But you don't have to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. The good fighter is able to secure himself against defeat, but cannot make certain of defeating the enemy. Nothing happens until something moves. For a word to be spoken, there must be silence, before and after. Everything's a risk. Not doing anything is a risk. It's up to you. No one is too busy. It's only a matter of priorities. Shoot for the moon. Even if you fail, you'll land among the stars. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. The trouble is, you can shut your eyes, but you can't shut your mind. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. Truth that came too late was as useful as a meal to a dead man. We should forgive our enemies, but not before they are hanged. The language of light can only be decoded by the heart. A battering ram can knock down a city wall, but it cannot stop a hole. Different things have different uses. Until death itself comes, no calamity need be feared. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. Creating individuality, which creates and protects others' individualities, is good. Keep the fight in your veins, honey. Never let it fade. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. The surest way to make your dreams come true is to live them. A frog in a well cannot conceive of the ocean. People who keep stiff upper lips find that it's damn hard to smile. The truths that matter most to us come always half-spoken. Tomorrow hopes we have learned something from yesterday. It's not what you are in life, but what you make of it. Never stop acquiring the common sense. It is as good as the knowledge. When you treat your failures as lessons, you can never fail. If you concentrate on small, manageable steps, you can cross unimaginable distances. Stand in the divine rain, and seeds of wisdom will grow in your soul. Ability, experience, and books have solution for all the problems. The nail that sticks out farthest gets hammered the hardest. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Every second alive is the greatest gift we will ever know. How quick come the reasons for approving what we like. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. We are citizens of the world. The tragedy of our times is that we do not know this. When envoys are sent with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wishes for a truce. Some things you hear with your ears, others you hear with your heart. It shattered something inside me that hadn't been broken before. The essence of knowledge is having it to use it. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we've touched. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. Doubting your judgments is the beginning of enlightenment. What is important is not what you hear said, it's what you observe. In conflict, straightforward actions generally lead to engagement. Surprising actions generally lead to victory. Silence and non-action are the root of all things. Cleverness isn't always true, nor is the truth always clever. The question is not what you look at, but what you see. I'm a greater believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. An education is not so much about making a living as making a person. There's so much to be grateful for. Words are poor things. Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. Opening up to the wrong person is like putting ammo in their hands. If you know both yourself and your enemy, you can win 100 battles without a single loss. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. You know you made it when your friends tell their friends that you are their friend. You're only young once, but you can be immature forever. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. The spirit tower has its guardian, but unless it understands who its guardian is, it cannot be guarded. Karma is given, not to those who ask, but to those who ask of nothing. Don't be afraid to say I don't know, and seek knowledge from others. Nothing isn't better or worse than anything. Nothing is just nothing. So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. Life is pain. Anyone who says otherwise is selling something.